Good morning, Scorpio. This is David with Tarot and Astrology for All. Just going to put my glasses on real quick. Alright, so this morning I could not sleep, and I was trying to, but I could not sleep. I kept getting messages about your sign, and so I decided that finally at about 8 o'clock, give or take, I could just not take it anymore, and I had to get up and start doing your reading. Now, it took me a second because I had to set my stuff up outside. At the same time, I was counting my cards, make sure that I had them all. Uh, this little stone right here just so happened to like fall and like get lost, so I had to find him as well. And at the same time, I had to check on the moon. I had to check on the a couple of things as far as astrology goes. So now that everything's good and set and ready, we can go ahead and get started with your reading. Now, I want to start off first by a few things that I noticed based on the dreams and visions that I was having last night. And um, these dreams and visions, in my eyes, were about moving forward fearlessly. Even though it's the moon's moving on to Sagittarius, the sun has moved on to Sagittarius, it doesn't mean that everything's over for you. You still have Mars and you still have Mercury in your first house, which is all about how you put yourself forward, the energy that you put moving forward, your passion, your ambition. Remember, Mars is about the energy that we put, the determination, the ambition, and all that. Mercury is all about our train of thought and about how we move forward, what we decide, and things of that nature. So, when it comes to moving forward fearlessly, I do believe that you guys have made that permanent or that choice permanently, even though the sun is no longer in your first house; it's now in your second house. You're starting to express this in the way that you put yourselves out. So, uh, with that, I want to explain what happens when the moon moves into Sagittarius. The moon is about our feelings. The moon is about our emotions as well as our unconscious actions. When people make you mad, most people don't ever really think about it. They just react, and that reaction is actually it's actually an emotional feeling, an unconscious emotional reaction. Some people have the ability to think about it, but there's a lot of people that don't really think about what they do when they act, and then that's why people always come back and say sorry. So um, there's that. Real quick before I begin your reading, I just want to go ahead and go with my usual spiel. My name is David. I started tarot and astrology back in March, about two months after I got my first tarot deck, which is this one right here, the Rider Waite. And I've been doing this now since I believe May, March, April, or May, one of those. And so, as I've been doing this, I've been honing in more on my intuition. And so, the main thing that I was getting uh, from last night was that there's a certain something that you guys are going to start during this time, especially within the 11:11 portal opening and the 12:12 portal closing. And this is a time to move fearlessly on whatever it is that you've been feeling. If you guys have been feeling like creating a new business, move forward with it. Right now is actually the best time because you have Capricorn going into your third house. And in third house, both Capricorn and Jupiter have this big expansive energy um, that are going to push you forward. Jupiter moves into Capricorn, I believe, on the 4th. Venus has already moved into Capricorn yesterday, actually. And so there's going to be a personal magnetism that's going on, especially the way that you put yourselves out and the way that you put out that confidence, that no fear attitude is going to really draw a lot of people to you. That confidence is going to be so magnetic that you're not going to be able to control who comes up to you and who likes you and stuff like that, because it's just going to be instant attraction. Also, on Thursday you have Venus in conjunction with Uranus from your first house. I mean, from your second house to your seventh house. So the way that you put yourself out, this confidence that you guys put out, it's synonymous and it's enshrined with the energy in seventh house, which is about relationships. So and make sure that you guys put yourselves out the best that you can. no fear, and you guys should have unexpected surprises, I should say, with Uranus and Taurus. These could be unexpected surprises in creating your wealth, expanding your legacy and stuff like that. And just so you guys know, I use 3 decks. I use the Animal Spirit cards. I use the Brian Froud fairies, and then I also use the Rider Waite Tarot. And I go off of intuitive messages. So if I draw a card and you guys, and I don't say whatever the meaning is for that card, I will go ahead and say it, but I will go based on what my intuition tells me. So, with that, let's go ahead and get your reading started. Whatever it is that you guys start here during this time, I was getting the message that April, May, actually for you guys it's May and June. For Taurus, it's April and May. So whatever you guys start here, you guys are going to be continuing it from this point on until that time. Now, it's not surprising because here in Capricorn, on the 26th, we have the new moon eclipse, and anytime there's an eclipse of any kind, it extends the energy of that of whatever it is that's going on, which in the new moon is where we begin things, and that energy is going to be continuing in itself from December up until May and June. So that's about a 5 to 6 month period. You guys are going to be working very, very hard. And while you have Mars in Scorpio in your first house, he's going to be there for about another month and a half. So there's going to be a lot of things that you guys are going to be working on and doing, especially if you guys are starting a business. And especially with Mercury, it's going to be necessary for you guys to do your research. So, yeah. So you guys got the turtle. The turtle is one of those cards that's connected to emotions. This is connected to passion. This is specifically connected to uh, the heart and intuition because it deals with the water element. It deals with the alchemical symbol for water. I don't know if you guys can see that, but this is the turtle. It holds back a little bit, but there is a deep knowing. There is a deep sense of understanding, and especially with water right now, there is a loose trine between the North Node in Cancer, which is let me see, 12, 11, 10, which is in your ninth house of dreams and aspirations. Your first house with Mercury, within Scorpio, which is about doing the research and digging deep, and then Neptune in let me see, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, in your fifth house, which is about love and pleasure and what you find pleasurable to you. I just dropped my phone, but it's okay. Um, Especially with the Sagittarius new moon, you guys are going to be feeling adventurous. And since this is in your second house, this is about your feelings, your emotions, and it definitely has to do with how you view your own worth and as well as how others view your worth. I'm going to go ahead and draw another animal card so that I can go ahead and see. Oh, look at that. It's actually falling out. All right, so with the dolphin in the reverse, I kind of get the feeling that there's a necessary need for you guys to pay attention to vibrations. The dolphin is a playful creature, and with it in the reverse, I kind of feel like you guys aren't going to be feeling as playful. I feel like you guys are going to be no nonsense, more business uh, type of mentality. The dolphin also deals with water too, so I kind of feel like a flippity floppity type of energy with your feelings. Not necessarily anything bad. This is being stuck in your feelings, but at the same time, this is I mean, you guys definitely feel the energy from Scorpio, from Mars, and from Mercury being in there. Whenever you have Mars and Scorpio, Scorpio, I mean, your thoughts and your feelings are very much tied to your emotions, and at the same time, they kind of become synonymous. And especially with Neptune in a water sign, there's going to be a call for you guys to be playful, for you guys to be social, because dolphins are very social. But with it in the reverse, I kind of do feel like some of you guys might not have the tendency to want to be social. You guys don't have anything in your 11th house of Virgo, so um, so you guys are going to be paying more attention to yourselves and stuff like that. And at the same time, you know what? I want to go ahead and draw one more card for you guys because I feel that it's important to find out as much as we can about this time period for you guys. All right. So, with the dragon, I do feel like there's gonna be a lot of eyes on you, not really your eye on a lot of people, right? Because with the dragon, this is kind of like you having an eye on one on something, and then other people, the universe having its eye on you. This is very singular, but with it in the reverse, I get the feeling that this is like everybody else looking at you. So with that, this is an ethereal card, so it deals with the universal energies. And sorry guys, I have to warm my ear up a little bit because it's cold out here. And yeah, there's going to be a necessary need for you guys to pay attention to wisdom, to intelligence, and there's going to be a necessary need for you guys um, to develop creativity, to develop curiosity, because, and at the same time, what you say actually matters, because the fox is at the bottom of the deck, and the fox is a creature of the earth. The fox has four legs, right? So it's about stability, earthly stability, but the fox also has two good ears, the two perfectly working ears. The fox ears like a fox, right? So pay attention to the messages that are coming into you guys from source, from anywhere in the universe, basically. Be aware of the messages that are coming in, and also be aware of what you say. If you've ever heard the term "What does the fox say?" It's a very very famous song that actually has significance here too. So what you hear and what you say, it's based on communication. Venus is going to be in your third house. Jupiter is going to be making its way into your third house, which is all about communication and how you use that communication to build, not just to build your life, but also to build others up. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on into the fairies for you guys. Sorry, I've been rambling on for the last 12 minutes. 12 is connected to Jupiter, so maybe that has something to do with it. But um, Jupiter. I mean, the sign of Sagittarius, which Jupiter is in right now. It's all about wisdom. It's all about higher learning. So this could do with spiritual things and stuff like that. It could be that you've been using spiritual things to kind of bolster your confidence. But let's see what else comes out, and we'll see more or less what we're looking at as far as this energy goes. Okay, so there is a necessary element of healing that needs to take place. The singer of healing doesn't come out for a reason. This is the card that explains the number 10 and completion. This is complete healing, right? And with it in the reverse, I do feel like there is some healing that needs to take place. Um, and with the healing, this has to do with ancient wisdom. So ancient wisdom is what's going to lead to your healing. And one thing that I've been telling people that maybe might be necessary for you guys is to pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to what it is that you have first thing in the morning, because with Neptune going direct tomorrow, for the next 3 weeks, you guys are going to become highly psychic. And sorry about the noise, guys. I can't help that. So as this guy goes through and starts blowing things, you know, I'm gonna have to be a little louder. So um, just go ahead and don't mind the noise in the background. And yeah, so there's that. All right, so with that known, I do kind of feel like you guys are getting over some kind of tricky energy. This energy right here, especially when it's in the reverse, he's standing on his head. I do feel that there are certain things that are happening that are karmic in nature. These are things that are happening in the spiritual realm. I mean, not the spiritual realm, the physical realm, and you have the ability to change them. You have the ability to make a certain decision about whether you want to absorb these energies or not. With that gnome, it's a type of trickster type energy, and I do feel that you guys are going to be getting over it. I do feel that you guys have been getting over it, and maybe this is the thing that needs to heal. So I want to go ahead and start drawing some more cards. And as we draw more cards, look at this is a singer of the chalice. This is about developing trust. I do feel that to one degree or another, you guys have been developing trust as far as this ancient wisdom goes. You can actually call upon the ancient wisdom of the dragons, and this will actually help you more with the energy of trust. That one and that two, they add up to three. I don't know if you guys see that. But that 1 and the 2, it adds up to 3. 3 is a number of divinity. 3 is connected to source, and at the same time, with the singer of chalice, or the singer of the chalice, it's all about trust. It's all about it's all about intuition and knowing uh, what you have to do, and knowing that the universe has your back. But at the same time, this is what's going to help to bring you healing. There's a certain type of energy from a certain type of knowledge from the universe that you're going to be uh, absorbing, and at the same time, look at, you guys have Mickle and Muckle in the reverse. I do feel that there is a blessing in disguise that you guys are not paying attention to. There comes a certain type of intelligence that you have in order to be able to see these things. Um, and these are things that are going to bring stability into your life. The 9 plus 4, it comes out to 13. 1 plus 3 comes out to 4. So the numerology here is telling us that there's a necessary need to pay attention to this wisdom, because it's going to bring a certain stability to your life. Now, drawing this last card. Okay, so Penelope Dreamweaver, I kind of feel like there is a necessary need for you guys to pay attention to your dreams. I kind of said that earlier, but now I'm more in line with it. This comes out from between 2 and 8. This comes out to 30. That 30 is a 3. So once again, there's a blessing in disguise that you guys can receive from your dreams. And at the same time, there are certain things ending, and there are going to be new things that take their place. Um, with the feline, this is the ending of things. There might be a little bit of a delay, but that delay is based on the information that you guys draw from your dreams. And this is about unconditional giving and receiving. It is necessary for you guys to reach your highest bliss, right? This is necessary for you guys to reach your highest good. Um, I just noticed that this red jasper fell, and if I look at just take a look for you, put it in the sunlight for you guys for a second. Red jasper is about emotional healing. It's a protective gemstone, so it might be necessary for you guys to acquire a red jasper of some kind, and it helps to bring balance to the emotional body. I was talking about emotional strength and will and purpose of character, and that's something that you're going to find out from source. I mean, these are cards that I'm just drawing in order right here, and I definitely feel like there's messages that need to come in from source that you need to hear. This might only be one of them. You have the choice to accept it or not. Look at, this is actually a 3. So it's very, very necessary to pay attention to divinity, to pay attention to the messages that are coming from divinity, because there is answers that you are going to receive. And, these are answers that you're going to be sharing. Like I said, there's going to be a little bit of a delay, and this delay is necessary in order for you guys to receive this message. So I'm going to go ahead and start drawing the Rider-Waite Tarot now. And this is going to go ahead and explain the energies that we see here. This is going to explain what's going on with the energy, what's going on with these endings and conclusions, and uh, why it's important to pay attention to your dreams. And I have a feeling that paying attention to your dreams and keeping a dream journal is going to be necessary for you guys. Being water signs, you guys are connected to the subconscious, and so especially during these next 3 weeks, where Neptune stations direct and starts to move forward, it starts to catch up speed, and this is when you guys are going to notice a heightened sense of intuition. So it's going to be very necessary to pay attention to your dreams. Neptune is connected to dreams in the sense that it has dreams, and your imagination, it's endless. There's no limit to it, and your dreams will have unlimited answers to them. There will be no limits to what you dream. Okay, so this healing, it's come about as a result of either fighting of some kind or competition. I feel that there's a necessary need to heal the idea that you don't have the ability to engage in competition. I know Scorpio, along with Pisces, is one of those signs that likes to keep to itself, and but with Mars and Scorpio in your first house, there's There's a necessary need to stand up for yourself, and I do feel you guys are going to stand up for yourself. This card flew out right now from the deck, and this trickster type energy might have been feeling like you weren't able to put your finger on it. And of course, while Neptune stations direct, or while Neptune has been traveling reverse, things have been foggy, things haven't been clear. But I do feel like so long as you trust what the universe has in store for you, and you look for this blessing in disguise, which can come in the form of dreams, or in the form of information within dreams. The ancestors might visit you guys in your dreams, um, and stuff like that. The Especially with the thinning of the veil during this time, you have more access to the spirits. You have more access to your ancestors. You have more access to source. Yeah. So this trust that you guys are supposed to build, it's meant to build strength. It's meant to build courage. Um, with the number 8 and the 7 before that, there's a necessary need to develop a sense of observation and a sense of paying attention to certain things, thinking about things, right? And this trust that you put into the universe is going to develop strength. And as I was saying universe, I started paying attention um, to this infinity sign above her head. In order for her to open up the lion's mouth, one, she needs strength, and two, she needs to trust that the lion won't bite her hands off, right? And at the same time, I do feel that maybe you guys are reaching into the lion's mouth with a certain something, maybe a certain project that you're starting, and there's a necessary need for you guys to trust that the universe is going to bring the wisdom that you need about certain things. Um, at the same time, I do feel like there is going to take a little bit of work for some of you guys to develop this trust, but in the process of developing this trust and seeing the blessing in disguise, you guys are going to reach a sense of confidence that is unparalleled to anything that you guys have ever felt before. Um, this is fulfillment, and it's interesting because you got 7, 8, and 9. 7, 8, and 9. These might be numbers that you guys may be seeing, either in a row like that. Maybe you've seen 9, 8, 7, 7, or 7, 8, 9, 8, 7, 9, 9, 7, 8, or any one of those orders, is what I feel you guys have been seeing. The these numbers, 1, 7 is about assessment, is about thinking about things. 8 is about developing strength and courage, and these events are karmic. And then the 9 is all about fulfillment and attainment, and the confidence that you gain from fulfillment and attainment, and from the abundance that can come into your life from building up that strength. So this is a step-by-step process. Things are starting to come to an end, especially since the feline came out, but it's going to be necessary to trust your intuition and trust the messages that you receive from your dreams. And as I'm saying dreams, look at this. You guys have an unparalleled creativity that's available to you. This is I would say this is a card of Pisces, because the fish right here is known as a Piscean fish. There's a certain creativity that you guys can gain from your dreams, and at the same time, with the cup of, with this page of cups and that card in connection to Pisces. Neptune is in Pisces right now. It's at home, and of course, I did talk about the trine that's going on in the water signs. It's definitely necessary for you guys to pay attention to your dreams, because there's a certain sense of ambition, and there's a certain sense of ambition and energy and passion that you guys can gain from it. The page of wands in the reverse tells me that um, you guys might feel like you get bad news, but whatever this bad news is has the ability to remove you from certain addictions, from certain things that were chaining you up, certain things that you were fighting against, that you had to have strength, and you had to like kind of have a higher vantage point to fight from. And at the same time, once you do all this, you're going to be reaching victory. This is victory after a battle. It takes strength in order to win that victory, right? And at the same time, whatever's going on, you guys are going to reach a sense of justice, and at the same time, you guys are going to be reaching renewal in whatever it is that's going on in your life. And once you actually make this choice to trust the universe and to move forward with recording your dreams and stuff like that, there is something that you are definitely going to walk away from. Something is ending. You guys are going to be moving to calmer shores. You guys are going to be moving into a position where your mind is going to be more calm. Your mind is going to be more at ease. And it's going to be very necessary to pay attention to your thoughts, pay attention to your emotions, because the two create your reality. And this is how you move forward in life. This is how you start to manifest. And this is where it's very necessary to pay attention to whatever it is that you plan to say. It's very necessary for you guys to pay attention to what you plan to say right now. Whatever you say now and whatever you think, it's going to be building up for the next 5 to 6 months. And in June is what you guys will see developing. So right now, it's necessary to pay attention to what you say and to what you do, because that has the effect of affecting what's going to happen during the next 5 months. So, real quick, I want to go ahead and go over the astrological portion of it. As I was mentioning, you guys have Mars and Mercury in your first house, so it's going to be necessary for you guys to pay attention um, to how you put yourselves out. This is both what you say and how you hear things. You have Jupiter is still in Sagittarius, but it's going to be moving on here shortly. You have Venus moving into Capricorn, so you guys might be talking about beauty and what's beautiful to you, your vision, uh, what you plan to create, right? And the energy that you guys have from your third house to your seventh house, this is going to affect your relationships. This is going to affect how you build relationships, so very, very important to pay attention to what you say in that aspect. And just come from an authentic place of truth. Also, looking at your chart, you guys have Neptune in fifth house, so this is about love, about pleasure, about what you find pleasurable to you. Um, this energy here is it's going to be um, right now. You should be feeling that energy to build something long lasting, to build something that has value to it, that has substance to it. And at the same time, that energy is trying to, that energy is sextile to the energy of Neptune and Pisces. And as Neptune starts to move forward, you guys are going to start to have knowledge of whatever visions you guys have, and knowledge of how to reach those visions. Also, you have you have Uranus and Taurus in your seventh house. So the way to make the money and the way to find these opportunities to make money is going to come through relationships. It could be that a relationship shows you the ability, or puts you into contact with somebody who knows how to make the money, and that could be a possibility. Thursday, you might run into somebody who is going to be integral to how you guys make money in the future. That's Thursday, so keep an eye open out on that space. Um, and as I mentioned, you guys are shooting for your dreams and your aspirations with the North Node in the ninth house of Cancer. But remember, in order to reach your dreams and aspirations, you're gonna have to take a second to care for those around you, and at the same time show love and compassion. So that's all I get for you, Scorpio. I hope that this information is helpful. If you guys do find it helpful, please like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and go on to Tarot and Astrology for All if you guys haven't done so yet on Facebook. I will go ahead and have the link right here. Um, I am thinking about starting an Instagram for Tarot and Astrology. And for those of you guys who are musically inclined, the Page of Cups sometimes calls for us to put our creative art into motion, and this is creativity that comes from the heart, from the soul. It could be that there is an opportunity or a blessing in disguise in that, but I do feel that the blessing in disguise is more connected to your dreams and what you gain from your dreams. So with that, if you guys like and resonated with this message, go ahead and like, share, subscribe. Go ahead and share this so that other Scorpios and other people who have a Scorpio ascendant and a Scorpio moon have the chance to hear this message and to hear this information, because this applies to them too. And um, Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the love and support that I've been receiving so far, especially on Facebook. I hope that you guys have a good morning, and I hope that you guys can apply this information so that you guys move forward without fear and that you guys move forward to accomplish your dreams. I am David with Tarot and Astrology for All, signing out. You guys have a very good morning.